listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer. 5 Seconds of Summer, live on Hit Nights.
Thanks for hanging out. We've got one of our favorite fans in the studio with us right now, Julie, and she's got some questions, and we're going to try and answer them. Hey, Julie. How you doing?
Okay, so the first question I have for you guys is, if you could be any movie or TV character, who would you want to be?
I would have to be...
Mario from Mario Kart.
That's good.
I don't know if he's from Mario Kart.
No, he's definitely, that was his first show.
He's got other hits, doesn't he? I would maybe do like Tom Cruise because he's ripped in every movie for like his whole life. That sounds pretty good.
Mark Wahlberg. Wahlburgers.
Wait, are these fictional characters?
Yeah,
Well, I was
fictional.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. Would love to be Mark. I heard Mark is from the Netherlands.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, that's a great question,
What,
Julie.
what,
That's a good one.
what would you be, Julie?
I don't know, probably a Simpsons character or something.
Ooh, that's
Like
good.
an elf?
No,
No?
probably
Oh.
maybe like Lisa Simpson or
Marge
something.
Simpson?
Yeah, Marge
good.
is good.
Oh,
Marge
I
is
like
a
the
good
blue
one.
hair.
Marge
Marge
really
is good.
reminds me of my mum.
That's cool, man.
It's
All
cool,
right.
man. Keep your family stuff at home.
Okay, on average, how long does it take you to record a new song?
It really depends. There's lots of like, I don't know. Well, even you have to like record it, or write it, obviously, and then record it, and then it may not be right the first time. So it kind of depends. If it's right the first time, then it doesn't take as long. But it may take like a few takes to get there. And then also you have to get a master and a mix of it. So it can take weeks or months in the long run.
You have a lot of color symbolism in your recent work. Does your music influence the colors you've chosen, or is it the other way around?
That is a good question. I think that they correlate with each other, and I specifically on the Lost record, we knew that we wanted it to be super vibrant, and we knew that we wanted it to be kind of super bold, and I don't know. You know, we're really into using like strong purples and pinks and really like strong blues and stuff, and I think that it kind of just evolves as the creative process happens. Like with this record, we actually had a mood board going into the album, so we had some of the visuals sort of lined up already, so we kind of knew how we wanted some of the sounds to be like. You know, it was like an interesting process going through and writing, knowing what, like, with a visual in mind. We don't like have a set way to do it. It kind of just evolves throughout the process.
You've recently collaborated with the Chainsmokers. Are there any Australian artists you would consider collaborating with?
All day.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Joel Turner, I'd say.
These kids trapped in a struggle.
No, for real though, there's a lot of fantastic producers out here in Australia. I'd really like to work with Flume.
Yeah,
He's a great one.
I'd like him to either remix or produce something with us. I really like Daniel Jones and his new project, but there's a lot of people from the past and influences that we grew up with that are important to collaborate with and understand how they work, but they're all just dreams still. We'll see what happens.
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer.
5 Sauce Live. What's easier?
So, Michael, I'm talking to you on this one.
I'm ready.
It's time to play a game called What's Easier.
Did you make up this game?
I made it up myself, actually, yeah.
That's very good.
So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read out a bunch of different scenarios. You have to decide what you think is easier.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
First scenario. Would it be easier to never listen to your favorite song again, or never eat your favorite meal again?
Well, first off, what is your favorite song?
Can we put the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire soundtrack in here?
Yeah, I'm gonna do phone a friend here, and I'm actually gonna phone my buddy Luke Hemmings.
Yep.
Luke Hemmings, you're on the line.
Yep.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Eddie, how you doing? Hey, Eddie.
Yeah, pretty good, mate.
I think it would be easier to never listen to your favorite song again.
I'm gonna agree with that.
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer.
5 Sauce Live. What's easier?
We're in the middle of our What's Easier game, which is the rave amongst all of the hip kids.
That's big.
All right, so would it be easier to live without your phone for a week or without water for a week?
Definitely easier to live without your phone. That would
Yeah.
actually be awesome.
Trick question. All right, one more.
You would die.
You would die. All right, what's easier? Traveling everywhere on a tour bus or traveling everywhere on a plane? I actually already know this answer for you, Luke.
Well, this is also a trick question. How am I, Michael? How am I getting to Europe on a bus?
Yeah, but it's more of like, do you prefer
An Airbus.
traveling on a bus or do you prefer traveling on a plane? That's kind of the point of the question.
I think I prefer traveling.
I think you're tricking me here.
Traveling on a bus is definitely easier.
It's easier.
Cool. You're listening to 5 Seconds of Summer live on Hit Nights. We'll take you behind the scenes of our performance last night on The Voice next.
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer. This is 5 Seconds of Summer live on Hit Nights.
Our latest single, Easier, is out now. We performed it last night on The Voice. Our performance was awesome.
The best ever?
The best ever.
Dude, critics rave.
If you saw it, let us know what you thought at 5 Sauce.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good or bad, we need it all.
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer. This is Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer.
You're listening to 5 Seconds of Summer live on Hit Nights. Thanks for hanging out with us. We've loved making new music recently. One of our favorite songs to create was our current single. It's called Easier. It was written with Ryan Tedder from One Republic. Charlie Puth is on the track as well. Andrew Watt and Ali Tamposi. Lou Bell, who helped us create Youngblood. And so we've really got a great team on this next album.
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer. 5 Seconds of Summer live on Hit Nights.
We're stoked to be back on home soil. We love coming back home to Australia. Every time we're here, we feel so welcome, and it's always a pleasure to see our fans continue to support us through all of our different musical endeavors. And I just realized I'm drinking
Vodka.
I'm drinking stale water. Wow, that's so sad.
How do you tell stale water?
Well, look, it's the 7th of March, 19. This is
Can
bad
water really go stale? Call in at the number 555-123. Can water go stale? You tell us.
All right, why do we love being back home in Australia? It feels so good being back home in Sydney. We've felt so much love recently from Australia and everyone supporting us with young blood and going into this next era for us. So all of our fans out there, thank you so much for supporting us. We love being here.
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer. You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer on Hit Nights.
You're listening to 5 Seconds of Summer live on Hit Nights. Our latest single, Easier, is out now. We had a lot of fun shooting the video. We made this video with Grant Singer, his name was. And as Luke was saying earlier today, say the quote that you said. It was very impressive about the video of Easier.
I said I doesn't afraid of anything.
He doesn't afraid of anything. No, I think your exact words were, it's the most comfortable you felt watching 5 Seconds
Yeah,
of
that's
Summer.
that's a more relatable quote
That's
to this
very different from
video.
I doesn't afraid of anything.
So, if you could add 5 Sauce on Twitter, tell us the most uncomfortable thing you've ever watched.
Exactly. Up next, we're taking your Ask Me Anything questions.
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer.
On Hit Nights, this is Ask Us Anything.
Hey guys, you're listening to 5 Seconds of Summer live on Hit Nights. We're taking your Ask Me Anything calls right now. And first up, we have Paige from Sydney. Paige, what's your question?
So, you guys have travelled a lot over the years, and I was wondering, what is the weirdest thing you've eaten, and where was it?
I think it was in Taiwan. We ate worms. Fried worms.
We ate some crazy stuff in Argentina as well.
What did we eat?
Do you remember when we went to that altitude restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
That was like...
So we went to a restaurant where it had no prices. It was all based on elevation. So you started eating things from the bottom of the ocean to the top of the mountains in the not the Himalayas, in the Amazon, in the Amazon, which was crazy. So we ate piranha and things, but yeah, it was pretty crazy stuff.
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer.
On Hit Nights, this is Ask Us Anything.
Yep, you're hanging out with us, 5 Seconds of Summer, as we take control of Hit Nights. We're answering more of your Ask Me Anything questions, and on the phone right now we have Sonia. Sonia, if you're there, what's your question?
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. My question is, what's the creative process behind touring, and how does it come together?
I mean, the creative process for us differs all the time. I guess it depends on, it's changed throughout different albums. It's changed through different songs. There's no real set way to do it, but I think every time we come in and we try to write a new song, I think you just come in with a different inspiration, and you come in with a different mindset of kind of what you're trying to create today. And,
Okay.
yeah, there's no set way to do it, but that's kind of a boring answer, so I'm going to say pickles.
That's okay. That's what I
Pickles.
wanted to know.
Cool.
Thanks for your question.
Thank you, Sonia.
So next up, we got Isabel on the line. Hello, Isabel.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you very much for calling in. What's your question? I'm good, by the way.
Since you've released Easier and you've been doing like performances at radio stations and stuff, you've been using like a drum pad thing and like synthesizer keyboards and stuff. Is that something we can expect to see more of as we move towards the upcoming album?
Yeah, I think we get frustrated with is really like DIY looking radio performances. So we tried to enable ourselves using a lot of the production elements that are actually already in our music and taking that and being able to DI it and actually be productive with the sounds that we've used on our actual records and reinventing our songs in a more electronic way that's inspiring to the group and provides a better performance for you guys as listeners. Yeah, so you can definitely expect more of that. I want to definitely explore that within our upcoming stuff.
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer. You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer.
What's up? It's Tuesday, 9th of July, and we are 5 Seconds of Summer taking control of your radio. I'd just like to go back to another topic. Can water go stale? Because
we've got the result.
the water we were drinking out of
I think
seems to have expired.
if it's being closed, I don't see how the air would have affected it. Therefore, it going stale like a biscuit. I don't think that happens.
So, Ash, you're telling me the water can't go stale like a biscuit?
I don't think so.
Do you ever feel like a career will go stale like a biscuit?
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer.
5 Sauce Lives. Never have I ever.
What's up, Australia? We're 5 Seconds of Summer. We're taking over Hit Nights. I said we're taking over Hit Nights.
And you're doing a fantastic job.
We're going to play a game of Never Have I Ever. You guys know how it works?
No.
Okay. First one. Never have I ever skinny dipped.
I told you I don't know how this game works. I don't know what it's.
I have ever.
I have ever.
Yeah, we've skinny dipped
Together?
Oh, yeah, me and Michael actually did.
Yeah, we have.
This is good for Australia. I actually skinny dipped with Conrad Sewell.
You were asleep. We skinny dipped with Conrad.
No, I was there in Miami with Conrad.
Oh my god.
Sewell.
I was in Miami.
And he left his jeans in my room.
God.
What did he wear home?
I don't know. That was why his manager called me, actually.
Do you have Conrad Sewell's jeans?
I don't. I gave them back to his manager. We'll be playing more Never Have I Ever next, unfortunately.
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer.
5 Sauce Lives. Never have I ever.
All right, smack bang in the middle of a game of Never Have I Ever. Okay, boys. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Never have I ever tried to dye my own hair and fail.
I've never tried to dye my own, actually.
I have.
Neither.
I didn't fail, though. Well, some say I might have failed.
You succeeded?
Yeah, I guess it's quite subjective, isn't
Thinking about it now.
Is this why you wear the toupee now?
Yes.
Anyway, well, I got one more.
Thank you, Cal.
Let's see if we can break you guys down a little bit.
What's Callum's problem? I can't continue on the show
Hold on,
with the
hold on.
guy
Take him up.
constantly attacking.
Hey,
Well,
all
you're
right.
giving
Hey,
me the...
come on. Hey, let's get Lucy back on the line.
Hey, it's me. Look, I totally agree with Ashton. He's been absolutely bullied.
All right, Lucy,
this whole
thank you so
time.
much.
No,
All
I'm
right.
not done. I'm not done.
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer. This is 5 Seconds of Summer live on Hit Nights.
Hey, it's 5 Seconds of Summer, taking control of your radio. We love working with different artists and collaborators. Now, Luke.
Yes.
Do you really have Oprah's phone number?
I have Oprah's phone number, but I sold it for $1 billion. And that's how I became
Billionaire Luke. I'm no longer Luke Hemmings. I'm only known as Billionaire Luke.
We love working with different artists and collaborators. Recently, we collaborated
French Montana.
with not French Montana. That's close, Ash. But the Chainsmokers. And we're actually going out in the US with them this summer.
Who else have we collaborated with? We collaborated with Julia Michaels
Julia
as well
Michaels
on
was
Lie to Me,
great.
which was awesome. She's such a good songwriter.
Yeah.
Callum wrote a song with Steve Aoki.
You're right about that, Ash.
You're listening to Hit Nights with 5 Seconds of Summer.